Did you know that 40% of all e-commerce sales in the USA are on Amazon? I didn't know as well until I started selling on there. So that means if you're not active on there, they're gonna buy from your competitor. So you need to be active on there. I have a screenshot of Amazon Germany where we did 4K in one single day. We sold 100 units. And here's a second image where we were bestseller, #1 bestseller of the soccer balls on Amazon. And we have been bestseller multiple times in multiple marketplaces. But as you know, with Amazon, the only thing you pay is a commission. So you don't pay any advertising fee. Obviously, you're paying for it indirectly, but we do not count that right now. So that means if we're running 4K per day, we're talking about very high profit margins in here. And another insight I'm gonna give you about Amazon. The reason people buy your product on Amazon is just because they don't trust your website 100%. And they just rather buy on Amazon just because they know they won't get scammed on Amazon. They are even willing to pay a bit of an extra for it. For example, in my case scenario, I just literally added the Amazon commission, the commission Amazon takes per sale on top of my original sale price. So I was actually making double profits. People still bought from me. The reason I did that because I would rather had the sale on my website. Another side note for all the Dutchies out there. I know there are a lot of Dutch people watching. Shout out to you guys. In the Netherlands, we have something called bol.com. Bol.com is some sort of Dutch Amazon. And my note to you is if you're selling in the Netherlands, even if you're a foreigner, but you're selling here, but especially Dutchies, also list your products on bol.com. Because I'm gonna show you right now, on bol.com, I was also the #1 bestseller, and you can also do high numbers of a couple of thousand per day, extra profits. And you gotta realize it's almost all profit because you don't pay any advertising fee. So to emphasize my point even more, I'm gonna show you some brands which are active on Amazon. For example, in front of me, I have the Snow Teeth Whitening, which I've showed multiple times, but as you see, they even got the label Amazon's Choice on here. And as you see, they have 6.5K ratings. For the people that are e-commerce, you know how many people actually leave a review. So you can already do the math how many pieces they are already sold on Amazon. And it's exactly the same thing with the Oodie. I've showed the brand the Oodie before. As you see in here, they also have 1,500 ratings. So you can do the math of how much they have actually sold on there. So if you want to cash in extra profits with your brand every day, list your products also on Amazon. And for the Dutchies also on bol.com, it's basically a no-brainer. So that's it for the lesson. Like I said, very straightforward. See you in the next lesson. Ciao. Lesson 4, Shopify Plus, customizing your store however you desire. So in front of me right now, I have the Shopify Plus website. I wanted to show you Shopify Plus because you probably have only seen the normal Shopify plan, but I want to see what is possible out there. Because most big brands are on Shopify Plus. I am on Shopify Plus, Gymshark on Shopify Plus, High Smiles on Shopify Plus, and you name it. In my opinion, if you want to bring your brand to the next level, you need to be on Shopify Plus. I am not promoting Shopify Plus in here, but I am telling you out of experience, if you're just using the basic Shopify plan, it's very limited. You'll find out when you try to scale internationally. And once you're on Shopify Plus, I have a solution to scale internationally without the bottlenecks in Module 7, Lesson 1. So stay tuned for that one. So I'm on the website of Shopify Plus right now, and I can already tell you Shopify Plus costs 2K per month. And I'm telling you, it's worth it if you really want to bring your brand to the next level. There are too many features and extra benefits you'll get from this that I can name in this course. But like I said, there are a lot of features which you won't have with the normal Shopify plan. And besides that, you also gotta realize with Shopify Plus, you pay much less premium processing fees. What do I mean with that? Well, on the normal Shopify plan, you approximately pay 3% for a credit card fee. And on the Shopify Plus plan, you pay approximately 1.5% credit card fee. That means that you already save 1.5% on there. And if you do the math, if you're paying 3% on your current Shopify plan and on the Shopify Plus plan you're only paying 1.5%, you're already saving a lot on your total turnover. I only recommend for you to switch to Shopify Plus if your brand is doing a minimum of 50 to 100K per month. If you're doing below that, just stay on the basic plan and start scaling your brand. But once you are above 50 to 100K and you really want to bring your brand to the next level and you want to scale it worldwide, I recommend you to go to Shopify Plus. So I want to close off this lesson with a golden nugget. If you want to customize your store however you desire, hire a developer. I can promise you it's gonna save you a lot of headache. Because on your normal Shopify plan, you can only do so much on your theme that you've chosen. And if you have a developer, you can easily find a developer on the marketplaces, which I've explained before in Module 5, Upwork, online jobs, etc., even Fiverr. And with this developer, you can literally customize your store however you desire. So get a good developer on board and it will save you a lot of time. So that's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll discuss about retargeting on email and SMS. And I'll see you in that lesson. Ciao. So in Secret 5, I'm gonna teach you about retargeting on email and SMS. So the first place where we do retargeting is on SMS. In front of me we have SMS Bump. I recommend you to use this app for the SMS. And as you see, we have I'm on one of my stores, and you see that our Black Friday, one of our email flows has done 53K in revenue. I am not actually gonna dive deep into how to make a flow and how to set it up. Otherwise I will be here until tomorrow, but it's very easy to set up. There's a lot of templates within this app, which you can just fill in, and it should be very straightforward. But as you see, this is the power of just one single flow. So what do I mean with SMS retargeting? If your customers are on your website and they click on add to cart, they'll land on your checkout, right? In your checkout, there's an option to fill in their phone number. And once you got their phone number, you can SMS them until eternity. Once you have their SMS or email, we'll dive deeper into email in a minute. But once you have their SMS or email, you can literally send them email and SMS until they fucking buy. Once you set up these flows in SMS Bump, you can send them an abandoned cart SMS, which just send 15 or half an hour after they've left their cart. You can just say, hey, you've left your product in the cart. Are you still doubting about something? For example, after 24 hours, you can send them another SMS saying, hey, we got a discount code for you for 10%. You can use it. So maybe you were thinking about something and now we want to remove the doubts which you have. And a lot of times people will convert after 24 hours just because they were busy at that moment, or they just didn't were in the mood to buy right now. So it's a big waste, and you leave a lot of money on the table if you do not do retargeting on email and SMS. So for email, we use Klaviyo. Klaviyo is also, as well very straightforward. As you see on our Klaviyo dashboard, we have done from the total revenue 18%. There was £280,000 was literally from Klaviyo. As you see, the flows did 16% and the campaigns did 3%. I am very open in sharing it, but setting up your email flows, that can be a welcome flow, abandoned cart flow, abandoned checkout flow. All of these flows is just a one-time setup and you are good to go. And once you set this up, you won't leave any money on the table. So basically, doing retargeting on SMS and email is just a no-brainer. So as you saw, I didn't really dive deep into email and SMS, but I know in Capital Club there's also a email marketing course from Joshua Chin, which you can also check out. So that's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, I'll show you a way how you can exponentially grow your revenue by adding social proof to your ads. I've literally done millions of dollars extra revenue on top of my current turnover by adding this secret in. So stay tuned for that one and I'll see you in there. Ciao! So welcome to module 6. This one is gonna be very, very special. And when I say special, I mean it. In this very first secret, I'll be sitting one-on-one with my very own supplier, which I've done more than 300K on one single day with. So I'll be interviewing him and asking all the questions you probably have. So grab your notepad and enjoy. So welcome guys, we're here at the supplier interview. This one is going to be a very, very special one. I'm going to be sitting one-on-one with my own supplier, which I'm working with now for years. I've been working with Henry, that's here, and I've been working with him for over years now, and I have had a great relationship with him, great experience with him. So I wanted to share him with you guys and do an interview and ask a couple of questions. And here he is, Henry. So yeah, Henry, welcome. Can you
nice to meet you guys.
Well, can you do a short introduction of yourself quickly?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hi everyone, nice to meet you. Yeah, this is Henry from China. This is the owner of Day One Fulfillment. Our company started from 2013, and for now has already been 10 years. And for now we have a capacity over 30,000 orders a day. And our team is based in Eastern China, and we have a really, really big warehouses here. And we can fulfill around 30 to 40,000 orders a day, and most of them are for dropshipping and branding orders. So yeah, our team has a operation team with 160 employees. So we can provide really efficient and very good top level service for all you guys. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Interesting. Thank you for the introduction, man. Thank you for the introduction. So like I said, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions which are just general questions, but like guys, if you guys have questions which are into too much detail, this interview is going to take too long. So just ask him in private. His contact info going to be later, but just ask some general questions about like that are often asked. So my first question is, how does the process go from product research to selling? Like, let's say I found a winner. What happens? What's the process?
Okay, very good question. So actually, a lot of clients come to find us. We say, hey, Henry, I have a product. How can we get started? I will say, okay, if you have a product, no matter you have a link or image, you can send to us. We have a really big sourcing team in our company, so we can source, do some sourcing with our network, and we can send a quotation back to you within 24 hours, so that you can, check your margin, check your profit, and launch it onto your store. So that it will be quick and easy. So just contact with us, and I will give you a really, really fast quotation back.
And can they really get any product from you, like anything?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, normally if you could find a product from AliExpress, we can always fulfill it. So because we have a really, really big network in China manufacturing, that's why we put our warehouses in China.
Interesting, interesting. And how about what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build our own brand. Of course, you can dropship with you as well, but let's say we want to build our own brand. We want to do branding. How about all the branding, the packages, the logos? Can you do that as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For now, we have already been doing this for many clients, to be honest. So right now, actually, I will say we have two different kind of a structure. One of them is, we just put the logo onto products. So in this way, that is called, the real branding things, right? So it will cost you more, deposit, more margin. So you need to invest a lot of money to, to produce such kind of products, because you need to manufacture them, and you need to put a logo onto the product. So in this way, okay, we will help you to connect with the manufacturer and to push all the production, and we will stock this kind of items in our warehouses for free. That is a key. So we can stock that for you for free. And also, if you don't want to invest too much money, I will say we can start from the branding packages for you. Okay. The products could be the white branding. We will produce some branding packages for you. So that means, okay, you don't need to pay too much money. The branding packages is cost too much. It will cost very less money. So it is good for you to test it at the beginning.
So if I'm understand correctly, with branding, you can do everything for them. They don't need to have any outside of you. They can do everything, brand packaging, logo. They can all be with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
true, very true.
That's great. That's great. That's great to hear. So another question is which I get a lot, of course, for beginners. Like, what is your minimum order quantity? Like, can I start with you with how many orders can I start with you?
Yeah, very good question. Actually, Day One have already been doing this for 10 years. So actually, we have a lot of clients. But I will say, initially, our MOQ to provide our service is 10 daily orders. That means you at least need to have 10 daily orders. But yeah, for every client or student or friends come from Capital Club, I will say we can start from one single order. So yeah, you don't need to have too many orders. We can
One
start
order per
our
day,
pro.
right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, guys. So if you're from Capital Club, we can make an exception, and you can already start with one order per day. So, and there's no other cost, right? It's just you pay per order, right? So there's nothing else.
Exactly. We don't charge any other fees.
Okay, so there's literally no way you couldn't start. Even if you're a beginner, you can start with one order per day. And even if you're not at one order per day, I think most people are. But if you're not at one order per day, you can always save them until you're doing the first order. So if you had 0, you still don't pay anything. That's great to hear. So another question, which is going to be the last one for me. How are your shipping times to the customers? People always ask me, like, of course, people say, okay, I want to import bulk to the country because my shipping times are quickly. I have much happier customers, which is completely true. Your shipping times will be quicker. But what I always say, if they do that, they have to ship bulk from China to, let's say, USA, and it takes another couple of weeks, and it is very expensive to ship. So I always recommend them to do the hybrid method. I call it the hybrid method, to start with you and to fulfill everything from China, because it's very quick. You can just ship everything internationally quickly as well. Always people are concerned about shipping times. So how are your shipping times?
Now, I will say we can arrange both drop shipping orders. That means orders from China, and also we can arrange bulk shipment to your personal warehouses or our local warehouses in different countries. In that way ship big quantity or containers to these local warehouses, so you can stock the warehouses there, and when we have some urgent orders, we can start to fulfill that from local warehouses, so the shipping time will be really fast. And also our China side, the average shipping time, actually, you guys may know Express very well, so the average shipping time will be 5 to 12 calendar days. And also for now we have an express shipping time that's cost only 4 to 8 days on the way, and our day one team has a really
How much?
competitive, yeah, 4 to 8 days, yeah, that is express shipping way. Our day one team has a really large order volume, so that's why our shipping fee level is really low, so we can give you the competitive prices. Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
interesting. So the it's from, let's say I get an order today, it takes 4 to 8 days to reach the client, right? To the customer, to the door.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's why, I will say
That's pretty
branding
quick.
stores is really important, so that we can, pack and
Yeah.
pick all the parcels and ship them out at the same day.
Good. So, side note for everyone: if the shipping is only gonna take 4 to 8 days, you can literally just say on your website, 2 to 4 working days. Literally, that's the same as 4 to 8 days. So you can always play with communication with working days, and it's like 4 to 8 days shipping time in total is literally just 1 week. So, of course, I'm working with Henry now for a couple of years, and I've been from my experience, it usually takes, depending on the country, but most first world countries and big four, it only takes 7 days in total to reach the customer to their door. So,
Right.
like one, that's the last question, by the way, I had, and I want to thank you, Henry, for coming on here
No
and
person.
teaching them about fulfillment and sitting with me here, teaching the Capital Club members. So, my last question is, how can they contact you? How can they work with you?
Actually, we have several platforms for communication. We support Skype, WhatsApp, and Slack, or we all have our Discord account. So it is really depends on what kind of platform do you prefer. So yeah, if you have interest in our fulfillment, just contact with the Capital Club or Alex, and you can find us. And our team will do our best to do the best service.
Good. So I have your WhatsApp and your Skype. I'll get it from you after this interview, and I'm gonna put it in the description below, guys. So in the description in here, I'll put Henry's WhatsApp, Henry's number, and then his Skype as well. So you can just get in touch with him. He responds pretty quickly, I assume. Within 24 hours, you get a response, a quote on your products. So that's it for this interview. Henry, I want to thank you very much for your time.
It's my great pleasure, and have a good day to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone that watches. Thank you very much. Get in touch with Henry. I've worked with multiple. Last note: I've worked with multiple agents before. Believe me, I got multiple of them. I work with all the Chinese agents, but Henry has by far been the best experience for me, and I'm still with him. So, and I
Thank
say
you,
that
guys.
without getting paid. So, get in touch with him. He's one of the best. So, thank you guys very much, and have a good day. Ciao.
Secret 2, the solution to cash flow issues. If you're going to start an e-commerce, it's almost inevitable that you'll face cash flow issues. Unless, of course, you already have built up a couple of 100K or you're already a millionaire, but you probably aren't, or otherwise you wouldn't have watched this course. So for most of you who aren't a millionaire yet, I have prepared these solutions for you. So the very first solution I have for you are credit cards. And with credit cards, I recommend to use American Express. So assume that most of you are from first world countries, and if you're from a first world country, you can get an American Express. If you are someone from a third world country or second world country, then you probably have to apply with different credit cards, or this solution doesn't apply to you. If you can get American Express, the big plus with American Express is you can also, for every dollar or euro you spend, you also save some points which you can use to fly for free everywhere you want. But the main reason I recommend American Express is because they have a payment term of 50 days. That means that if you spend $1 today, you only have to pay it back after 50 days. This has helped me tremendously in my career because I could spend on ads, test on ads, scale, and only pay American Express back whenever I already got the money in from the cash flow. But please don't think it's free. I've experienced it before with American Express. A lot of times when you're using the American Express, it just feels free because you don't have to pay it back after a long time. But please don't think it's free. I can understand that it feels free, but you still have to pay it back. Please remember that. And also, try to keep your PayPal clean. Holds mainly come across on PayPal. From my experience in the years that I've been in e-commerce, I haven't seen a real solution to holds on PayPal. For all the other payment processes like Klarna, Stripe, credit card, etc., it's much easier not to get a hold and get fast payouts, but with PayPal I've experienced a lot of times you have a hold. So please try to keep your PayPal clean. How do we keep our PayPal clean? Well, by delivering good products and not getting a high dispute rate. And that will help you a lot in the future, I can promise you. So the third solution I have is build a good relationship with supplier in the previous interview. So you don't have to pay everything the next day. So obviously in the previous secret, I did a one-on-one interview with my very own supplier. If you build a very good relationship with him, you can get payment terms where you pay him like after a week, 2 weeks, or even 3 weeks. That way you can first get the revenue in and then pay off your supplier. This can help tremendously for your cash flow. But of course you can only do this when you build a good relationship with your supplier. So I do recommend you to build a very good relationship with supplier I put in the previous interview. So next to it I added a meme in there, me spending all my winners' products profits on a trip to Dubai and a rental Lamborghini, my winner waiting for me to scale. Unfortunately, this is the reality for most people. Please avoid it. I have experienced it before, just spending more money than you actually make. And that's the recipe for disaster. And of course, all the money you're gonna make from finding your winner, scaling your brand, feel free to spend it however you like. But I want you to remember one thing, the highest ROI is in your own business. Of course you can get a lucky crypto pump and get 100x, but it's very rare. With that I mean with all the money you're gonna make from e-commerce, just reinvest it in your own business. That can be by buying stock, or adding new products to your product line, expanding your team, spending more on ads, testing more, scaling more. Of course there's a risk to it, but when you figure out this formula, you literally have your own money printer. And the more fuel you put in the printer, the more you get out of it. So of course, these cash flow issues are just a problem in the beginning. And once you've built up your bag, you'll get less and less issues with cash flow. So use these 3 solutions I put in here, and I'm sure you'll figure it out. So thank you all for watching and see you in the next lesson. Ciao.